Okay. السلام عليكم، شحالكم، شخباركم؟ إن شاء الله أنتم بخير. Today, inshallah, our lesson will be about compliments in Emirati Arabic. The lesson is from a book called 700 Questions and Phrases in Emirati Arabic. Here's the book. And the content is from page 56 to 59 as shown in this slide. So we'll start with the compliments with the males. We can start with something called Mashallah alaik. I know it's strange and it has no equivalent in English. Like that Mashallah, it's Islamic phrase that used a lot by the Muslim community, and I think many people they know it. And Mashallah, you can only use it whenever you want to compliment things or people, or for any good events. So if you're having disaster, you're having earthquake, you don't say, wow, mashallah, we're having earthquake. No, we don't. That's a negative event, so you don't use it. You lost, you failed, you don't say mashallah, but you passed, or someone passed, someone got promotion, so you only use it with the good news. Tamam? So mashallah alaik, in English we best translate it to mashallah on you. It means like this is a compliment, yani I'm impressed. So if someone says this to you, if you are a male, see the picture below, it means this is for a male. Mashallah alaik, it means they are admiring you, they are complimenting you. Tamam? Mashallah. Mashallah alaik. And how you would know it's for a male? Because it ends with k at the end. حرف الكاف. Second way to compliment is if you want to say to someone you're a kind person, you can say أنت إنسان. So أنت means you, إنسان means human or person. طيب طيب. You can also hear the word طيب in other dialects, which means okay or right. In Emirati Arabic, we use the word tamam. In other dialects like Saudis, for example, Egyptians, they use tayyib to say, okay, all right. But here, in this form, it means kind. You're a kind person. Tamam, أنت إنسان طيب. If you want to say you are down to earth, you are a humble person, you can say أنت إنسان متواضع. أنت again إنسان متواضع. أنت إنسان متواضع. If you want to say you're a generous person, you can say أنت إنسان كريم. أنت إنسان كريم. Now, do you have to use the word إنسان? You don't. You don't have to. I can say even in English, you're generous or you're a generous person. Both are acceptable, صح? So the same thing in Arabic. تمام? So I repeat it all. ما شاء الله عليك. أنت إنسان طيب. أنت إنسان متواضع. أنت إنسان كريم. أنت إنسان كريم. تمام? Let's use the same one but for female. So again, it's the same phrases. So for female, rather than to say mashallah alaik, you can say to her mashallah alaik. If you add name, like for example Maryam mashallah alaik. Okay, if you want to say you're a kind person, you would say inti insana طيبة. Inti insana طيبة. If you want to say you're humble, you're down to earth, أنتي إنسانة متواضعة. أنتي إنسانة متواضعة. If you want to say you're a generous person, you can say أنتي إنسانة كريمة. أنتي إنسانة كريمة. Make sense? It makes sense? I guess it makes sense. Let's use this one. If you want to say you are intelligent, you're a good boy, you're a hardworking person, you can use this phrase. أنت شاطر. أنت شاطر. So whenever you compliment anyone, make sure to use mashallah all the time. تمام? So أنت شاطر mashallah, or محمد شاطر mashallah, or John شاطر mashallah. You can also, if you want to say you are a good man, this is a very pure Emirati way or Khaliji way, let me say. To say you are a good man, we don't say أنت ريال زين. We can say, but that's considered to be standard. If you want to be to say it in an advanced way, you would say أنت ريال والنعم. أنت ريال والنعم. أنت ريال والنعم. If you want to say you have a great manners, you would say قمة في الأخلاق. أنت قمة في الأخلاق. So the word قمة, it means summit. You know the mountains? The summit at the top? It's like your manners at the top. You are at the top. Okay, so whenever you will, because you will see the word قمة everywhere. So also there is a conference in the Dubai that is usually, or I think in the UAE, that happens every February. Government summit, they would say القمة الحكومية. It's the same word. تمام? So قمة في الأخلاق. قمة في الأخلاق. If you want to say to someone that you are polite, you can just add the word أنت. قمة في الأدب. قمة في الأدب. The good thing about those that you can just add the pronoun أنت, أنتي, or who, or he, or they, and it works. So قمة في الأخلاق, قمة في الأدب. في الأدب means polite, or also it means another way, manners. You can also say قمة في الذوق. يعني you are so well mannered. You're good in etiquette and protocol. قمة في الذوق. قمة في الذوق. قمة في الذوق. Now this phrase أنت خطير, literally it means you're dangerous. But that's not an insult, that's a compliment in not only in the UAE culture, but in all Arab culture. When someone says to you أنت خطير, it means you are incredible. يعني they are admiring you. The last one, أنت ذيب, it means literally you are a wolf. So why that considered to be a compliment? Because wolf in Emirati culture considered to be a good animal, the animal that has a good manners. They always live in a group. They always obey the leaders. They don't kill each other. And they're strong. And usually you would say this whenever they do something strong. أنت خطير, أنت ذيب. They will never say this if you, for example, you got B. But if you go A+, like that is really something amazing. So ما شاء الله عليك خطير, أو ما شاء الله عليك أنت ذيب. Or if you got a good goal, like if you're playing basketball or football, they also can use this one for you. تمام? You're so handsome. Either you can say you are أنت وايد جميل. أنت وايد جميل. It's very rare that a man would admire a man or compliment another man saying this phrase. Usually we could say it to a kid, to kids, like to the male kids, boys. You're handsome. This one is, you can say it to a man. يعني from man to a man. I don't know if you guys, you admire each other, but I'll assume. أنت وسيم. Wasim. And also Wasim is a very common Arabic name. Not in Emirati, I don't see a lot of Emiratis, their name is Wasim, but other Arabs like Syrian, Lebanese, Jordanians, Egyptians, sometimes Pakistanis or Indians with this name, Wasim. And your smart is أنت ذكي. أنت ذكي. تمام? Now this is the term for females. We can say you're so beautiful. This one, it can be said a man to a woman, woman to a woman as well. Inti وايد, you're so or very or a lot. Beautiful, Jamila. And Jamila, it's also common Emirati name as well. And also with other Arab cultures, it's the same thing. If you want to say you're beautiful, you're sweet, you can say Inti حلوة. If you want to say you're smart, Inti ذكية. Inti ذكية. You're intelligent. Inti شاطرة. Inti شاطرة. And also you can use it if you are a teacher, you can use it always with the students, like good girl. Inti شاطرة, regardless of the age. It works. You can use it, as I said, to the employees. You can use it to adults عادي. تمام؟ أنتي شاطرة. And the last one is, you can say it to a female, to say like you're gentle or you're soft. أنتي رقيقة. رقيقة. It means soft. This could be a compliment to a female but not to a male, huh? أنتي رقيقة. This one, أنتي خطيرة. This one is also, we use it with a male when we said أنت خطير. أنتي خطيرة. And for female, for female, أنتي خطيرة. I also can describe a woman saying like your flower or your rose. I can say أنتي وردة. أنتي وردة. Or you're beautiful like a moon. We say in Arabic, you are the moon. So أنتي قمر. أنتي قمر. أنتي قمر. Make sense? Yeah? So I want you to go tomorrow to your colleagues at office. Try to use those adjectives, those compliments, and see how much or how big smile they will give you. We finished from today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Now the time for questions and comments. We'll start with the comments that people have, but it says no comments. Okay. It's simple lesson, صح؟ درس بسيط. But always remember, whenever you're trying to admire a girl or a boy, always to say Mashallah. دايما قولوا Mashallah. دايما. And also part of the culture, be careful if you are a male to compliment a female with those adjectives, like you're gentle, your flower, your moon, because that could considered to be flirting or harassment. So whenever you're trying to do this especially to a female, be careful. Female to female, no worries. Feel free. Male to male, it depends. How strong is your relationship together? To say أنت شاطر, that works every time, عادي. But to say you're handsome in a different way, يعني, people could misunderstand you. But for kids, it's also applicable most of the time. Okay. So I have a question. If she or he is over smart, you can say wide. You can add the word wide, which means a lot. أنت وايد شاطر. أنت وايد شاطرة. صح فرح. It works. I can say it, for example, to kids, even if I don't know them. Like, oh, you're handsome, you're beautiful. That's okay. But usually females, they are always on the safe side compared to a male saying this to a child, to a stranger. But to say it to your neighbor or to your cousin, of course, that will be okay. And saying in the front of others, that should be okay as well. Do you have any question? Do you have any? How to say thank you for your help? We would say مشكور ما قصرت. We're not mention to like for your help. We just say مشكور ما قصرت. Can we use the word جيد as compliment? جيد means good. You can use it as a compliment, but it depends on your way you say it. The same thing in English. You can say it's good, or you can say it's really good. You know, that sounds different things. How to say over smart? أنت وايد شاطر. أنت وايد شاطر. How to say you are my life? Live or life? My life is حياتي. أنت حياتي. That's not a compliment to say you're my life. That's flirting. So the lesson will be inshallah uploaded in YouTube. Inshallah next week we'll have more lessons. I'll try my best to have a lessons from books so it makes sense for you and you can use. I know most of you have bought the books and you are using it, but from teaching then it has more sense to you. So I hope you enjoyed this small lesson for today and see you inshallah next time. شكرا. مع السلامة.